When all else fails and your traditional ink DTF printer or traditional ink DTG printer fails, you can always depend on your white toner transfer printer to always come through in that time of need for you and your business. If you want to maintain profitability, if you always want to be able to produce shirts for clients, then you absolutely need a white toner transfer printer. It's a Swiss Army knife of all print shops. And in this instance, it came in handy because my DTF printer was down and I had to make a few shirts for a client. So I had to use my white toner transfer printer. And again, it came in clutch. I don't know what I would have done without it. So when white toner transfer printing, one of the main things that I think people do that's wrong is they don't heat up their bottom platen long enough. And when I say they don't heat up long enough, I mean you absolutely have to make sure that that thing is heated up and hot, right? They normally suggest 310 degrees for about 350 seconds or something like that. I'm here to tell you 310 degrees for about 5 minutes, right? So that you want that bottom platen to be really, really, really hot. And I was determined to figure out how to use my white toner transfer printer and get perfect prints every single time. So just like anything else, I had to practice and I had to figure out solutions that will work for me and work for my business and that will be foolproof to teach other people how to do it. So after you get your bottom platen heated up nice and good, you want to take your A sheet, which is the sheet that the image is on, and put it image size facing up, and then put your B sheet on top of it with the adhesive side facing the image. And then you see I got a piece of butcher paper on the edge so that I can use that to grab that edge and start to peel once it comes up. So you press down for 310 degrees for I believe 250 seconds, and then after it pops up, this is another thing that I implemented. Again, you have to come up with solutions. You see people rubbing a piece of cloth on their transfer. I figured a bread roller would be better for this because it can get all the adhesive glue on all sides of the image. So I tried that, and ever since then, I've been getting perfect transfers. Now, when you're peeling, when you're doing the marrying process, you want to peel low and slow, low and slow and even. Over here you're going to see that the paper got away from me. But again, even when the paper got away from me, because I'm using my new method that I came up with, you can see I'm getting a really, really, really good transfer. So if you guys want to get a good transfer, I advise you, or I encourage you to try the method that I'm doing, where I heat up my bottom platen really, really, really well and use a bread roller. Why not? We, as crafters, as garment decorators, especially if you're in business, you have to be creative, and you have to use your brain and your ingenuity to come up with different methods so that things can work out in a way that's foolproof. And you can see I got a perfect transfer. All the little specks, all the little dots got that adhesive glue on it, and this is a perfect transfer. And I was able to do it time and time and time and time again. Because why? Because I practiced. Perfect image, nice and rasterized. You see all the clear parts to see through, where the color of the shirt is going to peek through and come through and fill in our image. All right, so excuse me. So now you have to go ahead and you have to trim the edges of your film. This is just part of the white toner transfer process, because the adhesive glue, most cases, I want to say all the time, some of it comes onto your film. So you want to take your time and you want to trim that extra adhesive glue off of the sides, because if you don't do it and you go to transfer that image onto a shirt, what's going to happen is that adhesive glue is going to go onto your shirt and you are going to ruin your transfer. So take your time for each of your transfers that you do and go ahead and trim off that adhesive glue. Again, this is the Swiss Army knife of transfer making right here. People don't like to feel, but When it's rasterized, you don't have to worry about that. So then I'm going to take my image and take my shirt, and I'm going to go ahead and press it down as normal for a couple of seconds just to get the moisture out, just to get the wrinkles out. And after I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and take my image, place it onto my garment. This part right here is kind of like regular, with the exception of you're pressing 310 degrees for 30 seconds instead of 15 or 10 seconds like you would a regular traditional DTF. Press it 310 degrees for 30 seconds. All right, 30 seconds. And also cover it up with your Teflon sheet. All right. Um, and when it comes up, the difference between white toner and the traditional transfer. I know some transfers, DTF transfers, are hot peel, some are cold peel, but white toner transfers are always a cold peel. So when it pops up, do not automatically go and peel it up because you're going to mess it up. You want to cool off your image. So when this pops up right here, as it does right now, you're going to see me. I'm going to take my shirt up off of the heat press, and I'm going to take it over to a table, and I'm just going to go ahead and cool it down hyper fast with my my air blower right here. I forgot what it's called, my air blower. I'll put the link in the description if you guys want one of these. But it helps to cool your transfer down really, really fast so you don't have to wait. And when you're taking these transfers off, you want to grab an edge, and again, you want to peel it. All right, not peel like you're peeling. You want to roll it. Actually, it's a roll peel. So you want to keep it low and close to the shirt, and you want to take your time, and you just want to peel it off. See how I'm peeling it off? I got it low to the shirt, and I'm kind of like peeling the image off. It's more like a roll peel, not like a traditional peel where you just rip it off with two fingers. You just grab the edge and peel it off. This is more like a roll peel, and this is what you want to do when you're peeling off your image with white toner. So there's quite a few differences between white toner and DTF, and this is one of them, right? You're peeling it off, but it's more of a roll peel. See how that came off right there? And if you look at my sheet, you see that all of my image came off of that sheet right there. And guys, this is how now I'm able to get perfect white toner transfer prints. And you can see it still has a glossy shininess of it. You could leave it like that, but if you want to get rid of that, you're going to want to do a final press. This is how it looks right here. You can see how the rasterization, the black of the shirt, took up the rasterization. Now we're just going to give it one final press, about 15 seconds, to get rid of that shiny glossy effect. So you put your you put your Teflon sheet over top of that image, and you go ahead and press it down for about 10 to 15 seconds. Could depend on 310 degrees, 8 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, all that's going to work. And then when it pops up, you can see that the shininess is going to be gone off that image. And then what I do is I stretch it out a little bit, but just take a look at that image and how the black of the shirt filled in that image. Now we have a beautiful print, and while it's hot, you can stretch it a little bit to give it some stretchability. And when I tell you that quote unquote papery feel is not really there, when you do it my method, it kind of feels like a regular transfer. And look at the quality of that image and how it's been rasterized right there. Look at the quality of it. I wish you guys could feel it because it feels really, really good. And it was just one little mistake that I did in this specific image right here. When I put on my Teflon sheet, I had a piece of hair on my Teflon sheet, so I actually pressed that into the garment. But what I did was I went ahead and I picked it out, and I'll show you in a second when I picked it out, and it actually blended in with the image pretty good. But look at how those little dots created space in the toner, and it just made the image like pop and gave it some softness. So right there you can see that that little thing that I picked off, it's not too bad. It doesn't look like an imperfection too much. It looks like it's part of the image in my opinion. But you can see how the shirt came out. Let me know what you think on how I did using this method, heating up the heat press the bottom platen real good, and using a bread roller to get the adhesive glue on.